Hello, everybody.
How do?
We have not updated you guys in a while about the
baby belly.
Get in my belly!
So we thought we have some very interesting information to share with everybody. This has been an interesting week, hasn't it?
It's been a very interesting week, and you know, it's Friday night, and so we thought we'd sit outside under our little patio lights here. It's a nice night, so
It's nice.
we'd give you guys. Oh yeah, it's not that cold out. It's nice. Our house is cold.
How fat my face has gotten from being pregnant.
Whatever. Mine too.
He's gaining weight, guys.
So,
Anyway.
we got some big news actually. Some huge news.
Yeah. So
And it's not your belly.
that's good. That's good stuff right there.
So right now.
I'm getting fat.
So right now it is January 26th, right? It is the 26th today, right?
I'm 22 weeks and 3 days pregnant.
20,
Or 4
22.
days. Which is over halfway. As you guys know, we had genetic testing done at 10 and a half weeks.
Something like that.
Came back that it was a boy and everything was fine.
Having a boy!
And because we lost a twin, when we went to go see the perinatologist, who's a maternal fetal medicine specialist, they specialize in high-risk pregnancies and high-risk testing. We went to her at 13 weeks to get what's called a nuchal translucency screening, just to check for any abnormalities. Everything was fine. She recommended we run another genetic test because of the twin. It could, you know, impact the testing as far as, you know, a lot of things, but particularly gender. So that came back boy. 2 genetic tests, right? You guys may see where this is going. So we
Boy, baby!
So we go on Tuesday to get our anatomy scan, which is just, they're checking for heart and kidneys, and you guys are probably hearing the airplanes. Heart and kidneys and you know, just everything and how it looks.
Fingers and toes and
fingers and
spines
toes,
and brains, heartbeats.
Yeah,
Saw the heartbeat
all that
again.
stuff.
It's
Making
really
sure there's
freaking
enough,
cool.
the chambers in the heart look good.
There's like a
and
skeleton now. It's so awesome.
there's been a skeleton for a while.
Okay, well the skin is translucent if you didn't know that.
It's always translucent in the ultrasound.
I meant right in development, it's
Oh,
translucent
he's
now
excited.
because
Yeah.
as it gets bigger, the skin changes to skin tones.
I put the pregnancy app on his phone and he's excited to read it. It's pretty cute.
This
So-
week we went from a bok choy size to a small eggplant. Thank you.
So we go and everything looks great. But we get toward the end and the stenographer said she couldn't get a good look at the spine. So she said, you know, she tried, I turned sideways and she shook my belly and couldn't get it. So she said, why don't I go work on the report over here and you get up and move around. And I had hot chocolate, so I was drinking that and trying to get the baby moving, walking around shaking my belly. And we did that for about 10 minutes. And then we came back and I got back on the screen and she's just scanning something. And it appears to me that she's not looking at the spine. I can tell, and I'm like, what is she looking at? And so she stops for a second, and she looks at me and says, have you had genetic testing done? And I said, yeah, we've had 2 genetic tests done. And she said, and they've determined gender? And I said, yeah, twice, we got a boy. She blows up the image on the screen, and she said, I don't know how to tell you this, but this is not a boy. This is definitely a girl. That is all hamburger, no hot dog. She pointed everything out.
It was one of those dun dun dun.
A sister!
So we find this out and we're like, what? Right? For the record, everybody, I don't know if you noted that I didn't believe the first genetic test and I was hesitant to believe the second one. I always felt like this was a girl and I always had felt like we'd lost the boy and I don't know why. But anyway, so it's a girl, but the doesn't stop there. The interesting part doesn't stop there.
That would be too easy.
It's not that simple when you have genetic testing, 2 genetic tests done that tell you something. So being the avid reader that I am, I know about random genetic abnormalities. Avid or above avid. And there's an genetic abnormality I know about called androgen insensitivity syndrome, insensitivity syndrome, which basically means that for whatever reason the baby is XY, but it appears to be XX. which means it's male but appears to be female because for whatever reason the testosterone that's supposed to help transform the genitalia, because we all start out as girls basically, I don't know if you guys know that, there's something causes the fetus to be insensitive to it. So of course this is the first thing I think about, right? I'm worried because it's the likelihood of getting 2 genetic tests wrong is astronomically small. It's like less than 0.05%. So I tell the doctor, my OB, who's super cool and just very, he's like, it's the twin, don't worry about it, right? And so I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'm kind of worried. And he's like, okay, let's go call the perinatologist who we'd seen before.
Because she has the ultimate
super high-tech
super sono machine that like is like way cooler than what the OB has.
So I was like, you guys all know me. I'm the panicker, I'm the worrier, the freaker outer. Everybody knows me knows I'm a freaker outer. Like that's not even up for question. So he's like, let's go call Dr. Coster. So we went into his office, we called her. She said, come in tomorrow morning at 8:30. Like, okay. So we think this is going to be an ultrasound, NBD, right? No big deal. He's going to go to work.
Just another
yeah,
jelly on the
I'll
belly.
be fine. I'm going by myself. Going to head back into class when it's over. Have people covering for me. Some wonderful people that I work with covering for me. And I get in there and she's like, I bet you're kind of stressed. And I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of stressed. And so we get in there and she's saying, yeah, this is definitely a girl. And she said, but this is really weird. This doesn't happen. And this is her specialty. And I said, well, this is what I'm concerned about. And I told her, and she said, those are definitely valid concerns. And I think we should do an amnio right now. And I was like, wait, right now? And she's like, I don't want to pressure you, but the longer we wait, the more likely you are to go into preterm labor. And this is not, it comes with risks. I mean, I think it's probably going to be fine. And I'm alone in the doctor's office, and I start to panic because I know they're going to shove a giant needle into my uterus and amniotic sac and take fluid out, and I know it's anyway. So I call Travis, and he of course comes rushing, and they perform the amnio.
Here I come to save the day.
For the record, I got the amnio, so I'm kind of the hero of the group.
I just held her hand and talked to her.
And I was very scared because I was very worried about the baby in all different aspects. And they perform the amnio. She puts the needle in. They have to keep it away from the baby. And of course, my body chooses not to cooperate, so she has to pull it out and put it back in a second time in a different spot. And Travis can describe the amnio a little bit better than I can because I was covering my face trying to yoga breathe while it was really painful. It didn't feel good.
Big needle about like that.
And they basically have to stick it in, and they start like trying to pump the amniotic fluid out like this, back and forth. And
like an air pump.
And because the needle's tiny, it's 22 gauge, and they've got to get 20 cc's of fluid, which is actually more than you think. And it took probably about 5 minutes, I'd say, or more, 5 minutes. Anyways, it was horrible. It was very stressful, and I had to go on bed rest the rest of the day because there is risk of labor, and I did have cramping and some things, and so it was scary. But Dr. Coster, who's my doctor there over at Presby Plano, was amazing and very reassuring and calming. Gave me her cell phone number to call her if there was any problems. So we were going to find out preliminary results today, and I couldn't wait. I texted her at like 11 and said, are you still going to check today? I'm so freaked out. She was super cool. Sent me several text messages throughout the day, and finally we got the call at about 4:30. She called me and said, baby's perfect. It's a perfect baby girl. Everything's XX. It looks the same as it is, and of course that was we anticipated that. Everyone kind of thought it was the twin, which kind of made me have a little bit of an ache in my heart because I knew that we had lost our baby boy then, and that made it a little bit more like real for me. And so that was hard.
So we've been on this roller coaster ride the last couple days, like on pins and needles, wondering if we are going to have this genetic problem.
And of course we would have had the baby and loved it and dealt with it, but it wasn't as simple as it's a girl, but it is now as simple as it's a girl.
100% grade A female.
Yep. Like her mama. And so, are you excited about having a baby sister?
I'm super excited.
He is so excited about having a baby sister.
Santa came through for reals.
Santa came through, and while this is happening, of course, the baby starts moving a lot and kicking a lot. And Travis got to feel her move. I ate some frozen yogurt, which I haven't really been craving sweets, so I don't eat them. I'm more of a burger and pizza girl right now. And I ate a bunch of frozen yogurt, and she kicked the crap out of me right when I put his hand on my tummy, and he felt it, and then he got to feel it the next day at school, and he got...
I barely felt it.
But you felt it.
I felt it.
And he got a little emotional. It was cute. He got choked up.
Aww.
It was very sweet. He's a big...
I'll tell you what, guys. I know some of you guys follow our story.
You're probably, if you're still listening, you're probably
you
our
know,
moms at this point.
some of you have had children, 1 or 2. Some of you have 6, 7, 8. Some of you don't have any. But I'll be honest, to feel, to have your hand on her belly and feel the little kick or the punch or whatever she did was absolutely incredible. It's the first time I've ever had that pleasure, and I think knowing that it was my child as well, it's just a feeling that I've never experienced before. So it's like one of the most exciting times for all of us. Now we just keep pumping sugar into mama. Drink some lemonade, you know, you want some ice cream, we want to feel the baby kick. So anyway, how you doing? Yeah, we've been on pins and needles. We've been waiting to announce this for a couple of days.
We waited
So yes, we've changed. We're in the process of changing the baby registry for the baby shower that's coming up in April to be girl stuff and not boy stuff. Yes. And we apologize if anybody's bought stuff.
Hopefully you have receipts. We bought a few boy things, not very many, but all this has been interesting because I haven't really felt the baby move up until now. I have what's called an anterior placenta. Some of you guys probably don't really care about this at all, but those of you that are listening, I'm going to inform you on something. I have an anterior placenta, which means my placenta attached in the front instead of the back, and that acts as padding between me and the baby, so that I can't feel her as much. And so, but just this last couple days, she's been just, you know, what's up, I'm here, and it's been very reassuring with everything going on. So there you go. Just kidding, it's a girl.
It's a girl. It's a girl.
So for all of you that bet girl, you were right, because actually the poll I think showed 80% of people thought it was going to be a girl. Do you remember that?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think because we wanted a girl so bad, and then we got that's a boy.
I don't know that I necessarily wanted a girl. I just thought it was a girl. So and my aunt had a dream it was a girl. My friend Kim thought it. I think she had a dream it was a girl. My cousin, I don't know. Anyways, so the universe was telling us.
Well, we've rambled enough, guys.
Yeah, sorry, we're 12 minutes in.
Yeah, 12 minutes, 12 and a half minutes in.
By now.
I know you guys are done. But what's the word of the day? We're gonna have a word. So if you've made it this far, when you comment and you say congratulations and I'm praying for you and best wishes and thoughts and all that great stuff that we love to hear, you know.
The word of the day is froyo.
Froyo.
That's what made her
Froyo makes
Froyo.
the toe-yo.
Froyo.
Pokio out of the belly-yo.
I can't get over how fat my face is.
You're not fat. Oh my god. Oh my god. Anyway, it's starting to rain on us outside, guys. So thank you for listening. We love you. And have a great weekend. And if you need anything, don't call us because we're busy doing shit. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.